4-star characters in Honkai Star Rail, they're good, but most importantly, they're easy to obtain and are all pretty damn nice. But here is my personal top 5 of the 4-star characters in Honkai Star Rail, and which I think are the best. You cannot go wrong with any of these characters, but I would like to remind you before we go into this list that almost every 4-star in the game is actually pretty good. Even Herta, you can make her work with the correct path in the simulated universe. So don't worry about the meta and just build whoever you like. Now let's jump straight into it. First off, Tingyun. Now Tingyun does a lot for your team. Her E skill gives an ally a absolute ton of attack, and you can just put this on your main DPS and you will instantly deal a ton more damage. Next to that, it lasts for 3 whole turns. So for the next 2 turns, you can generate a skill point by doing your basic attack, because someone in your team is going to have to basic attack. It might as well be Tingyun already giving value by having cast her E and it lasting 3 turns. Next to that, the ultimate just gives you a flat 50 energy and also just increases that target's damage a lot. Tingyun feels like giving your DPS twice the damage, but also being able to generate skill points, etc. She is probably the best 4-star in the game and is really valuable to have in a team, especially if you are trying to clear anything quickly. So I definitely recommend building Tingyun. Remember, you only have to cast her skill once every 3 turns. So cast it once, slap twice, and you will get lots of skill points and lots of attack. The second entry on this list is Sushang. Now Sushang is the opposite of Tingyun. Tingyun has lots of utility and nice things, and Sushang just does one thing: hit extremely hard. She can hit incredibly hard and is one of the best physical damage dealers in the game right now, next to Clara, but comes with a much more aggressive playstyle. You can use her E skill, use your ultimate and then instantly get another turn, kind of getting 3 turns in a row like a budget ceiling. She can deal a absolute gargantuan amount of physical damage and physical break, and is just a reliable damage dealer. When a character is broken, she deals even more damage to them, and all in all, Sushang is just a good character to have if you need a good damage dealer. Any boss or any opposing character, especially if they're weak to physical, they will perish to Sushang's attacks. Now number 3, you knew she was gonna be on the list, Natasha. Now Natasha is on here because her kit is good. She can cleanse debuffs, which really helps with World 5 simulated universe, and she can heal. And that's the main part. Natasha is the only 4-star healer in the game at this moment. So if you do not get Bailu, or if you are trying to do the mirror and you want to do the double teams and you need a healer for both teams, you have to build Natasha. Natasha is the only character on this list that you must build. If you want to do simulated universe, you need to have Natasha. It is almost mandatory, especially on early game teams, to have a healer, and Natasha is the only 4-star that fills that role. So by merit of being a healer, she is incredibly valuable. Next to that, the cleanse is just really good. And the physical damage is good if you want to break a shield. Now number 4 in this list is Asta. Now we do not have a lot of good fire single target damage dealers, Hook being the best one, but Asta does 2 things for your team. She gives you a huge speed boost and suddenly everybody starts taking turns and everybody is slamming the boss and the boss is not getting a turn. And your Natasha is getting way more turns in at the same time, so you have much more healing output. So Asta relieves a lot of pressure from the team. Next to that, she can break shields like it's no one's business. Any fire shields, if it's a single target, Asta will absolutely destroy that shield, apply break effect, and this is great for someone like Sushang who really profits from the enemy being broken. So Asta gets this spot because Asta is just good utility. She pushes up your whole team and breaks the enemy shield incredibly well. I would not use Asta against anything that does not have a fire weakness though, because I think her breaking ability is one of the best parts of her kit. And then finally, let's talk about the last spot, Pela. Pela is really good just on the merit of the fact that she can defense break enemies. By breaking an enemy's defense, your entire team will deal an absolute ton more damage. Her damage herself is also not shabby, so Pela does good damage, breaks the enemy defense, and is kind of a hybrid between a support and a damage dealer. Next to that, she is ice, and there are an absolute ton of enemies weak to ice currently in the game. So having a Pela in your team often gives you more chance to break the enemy shield, and this is really nice. So you reduce their death, you break their shields, and you deal a ton of damage. Now I have one honorable mention, and I would like this honorable mention to go out to the one and only Hook. Now, Hook is currently the best fire single target damage dealer in the game. She can deal a ton of single target fire damage, and from all the fire damage characters, she is the best single target damage dealer in the game. And because we just had an ice planet, there are a ton of enemies vulnerable to fire. So if you're struggling with boss damage, Hook could become one of the best main DPSs inside of your team. And that was my top 5 list. I wonder if you agree or disagree, but I hope you really enjoyed the video, and if you would like to see more of my content, please check out the rest of my videos or my shorts, and I wish you a very pleasant rest of your day.